So today I want to talk to you about the dumbest mistakes I made my first year as an entrepreneur. And the dumbest mistake I almost made my first year as an entrepreneur is I almost quit. I almost believe I couldn't do this. I almost believe being an entrepreneur wasn't for me. That would have been above everything else the dumbest mistake I would have made as an entrepreneur. Number two, I tried to become a CEO, president too early. And let me explain to you what I mean. Trying to organize too much too early. Whatever it is, that first word, what's the first thing that comes to mind when I say the word entrepreneur to you? What is it? So to me, entrepreneur, first is sales and numbers. Now you may have said create a problem, solve a problem, If you don't know how to sell and you don't look at the world of business as a number, formula you got to solve, you're not, because the only way an entrepreneur is an entrepreneur is because an entrepreneur sells something. An entrepreneur must first learn how to graduate. Sales first. Back in the days when you moved up in a company, the way everybody came to the top of the company, it wasn't like how it is today when people go get a fancy degree and boom, they start off at a, vice president. If you don't know what salespeople do on a daily basis, you don't know how to connect with them. And you don't know how to connect with the customer, his frustration, her frustration. Number three, trying to take advice from too many people. Let me tell you what I mean by trying to take advice from too many people. If you're not pregnant yet, or if you as a woman are not pregnant, have never been pregnant, or you haven't been a man with a wife who hasn't been pregnant yet, when that does happen, and if it has, you know exactly what I'm talking about, everybody wants to give you advice. I took it, trying to take advice from way too many people instead of simplify. Who has the life that you want to have, and what are they doing at the phase that you were at in business? What were they doing at that phase? Sometimes we don't take the right type of advice because we see somebody that's already got the lifestyle that we want. They come at the office at 11 o'clock and they do this, and we think we have to have that life. No, I want to know how you were when you were in the hunt building your business. So take advice from people who have the life that you have and ask them how they did and what they did when they were at your level getting started, not at their level. It's irrelevant what they're doing at their level. Number four, not knowing how to ask for advice. Because you're an employee and you want to become an entrepreneur, an employee doesn't necessarily ask for advice. An employee is told what to do and you go do it. No one goes and says, so how do you think I become a better employee? Very few people ask, how do I become a better employee? How do I become better in my department? Most employees, I don't like this place, boom, I leave. Oh, I don't like this place, they don't take care of me, boom, I leave. Oh, I don't like this. Instead of, in my environment, I'm kind of like, you come tell me what we need to do. You come ask me what we need to do to get better. What do we need to do to make this department better? What do we need to do to make the company better? I want to hear from you. Point number 5, forcing versus influencing. I try to force too much. I force too much on my clients, on my staff members, on my sales force. My first year, oh my gosh, I was just way too much about forcing people to become successful, forcing people to realize why they made the decision. It was just too much force. Point number 6, living the dream too early. When I started the business, I made some money, so I went and got a brand spanking new car, big car payment. Was driving everybody around. I was going to the, out and buying drinks for everybody and partying. And hey, Pat's in the house. It's so cool. What up, Pat? And I was good in the party scene because I like that. So, oh my gosh. And so lifestyle big, boom, lost everything. Money, girl, car, everything gone. That's what happened when I try to live the dream too early. Number 7, trying to sell too many products as an entrepreneur. Don't try to sell too many products. Become focused and intentional on one product, one industry you're choosing. Number 8, thinking I knew it all. I mean, literally, when I got started, I was a young kid, just a knucklehead who thought he knew everything. And it was a slap in the face to say, if Socrates says, the only thing I know is that I know nothing, if the greatest minds on their deathbed are saying things like that, what makes you and I think we know everything? Point number 9, I partied way too hard. I mean, I have stories of how hard I partied. I like Thursday night. If you want that life, you go get it. If you want the bigger real life, the real players, that's not how they party, man. They own the nightclub. They don't party with the people at the nightclub. Number 10, acting like a boss instead of an employee. I made that mistake. Let me tell you what I mean. So I'm an entrepreneur now, man. I get to do whatever I want to do. I can come in whenever I want in my hours, and it's just nobody tells me what to do. I'm an entrepreneur. I come out 11 o'clock if I want to because I chose to be an entrepreneur. And you're gonna fail. Many times you'll see that not working out. So for me, I went in. I wasn't a good boss to myself. It cost me my first year. point number 11 kind of follows that, is not having a schedule. Create a schedule and stick to it. And punish yourself if you don't. Like literally, I didn't have a schedule, just kind of like showing up. Create a schedule just like you have a job, except at a job you work 9 to 5. As an entrepreneur, you work 7 to 10, just so you know that. The last one I'll tell you is the value of a business plan. So the value of a business plan is this much when you're year one of an entrepreneur. Your business plan should be actionable items and habits to learn and apply every day. I've seen hundreds of kids coming out of big universities writing business plans as entrepreneurs who failed and are working at somebody right now for nothing.